She was a whisper of a girl, fragile as a butterfly's wing, he a sturdy oak, grounded and strong. They met at a fundraising gala, a sea of faces blurring into one until their eyes met. Her smile, a bittersweet symphony, drew him in. He learned her name was Lily, and her laughter, though laced with pain, resonated in his soul. Lily had cancer. A cruel twist of fate had dealt her a hand of suffering, yet her spirit remained unbroken. He was captivated by her strength, her unwavering hope in the face of despair. He found himself drawn to her, wanting nothing more than to chase away the shadows that lingered in her eyes. Their love story began in the sterile halls of a hospital, amidst the scent of antiseptic and the hushed whispers of worried families. He would bring her sunflowers, their vibrant yellow a stark contrast to the pale walls. She would recount stories of her childhood, her voice soft yet full of life. He listened, his heart aching for her, his love growing with each passing day. Time became fluid, days blurring into weeks, weeks into months. He was her rock, her constant companion through the storm. He held her hand through grueling chemotherapy sessions, wiped away her tears when the pain became unbearable. Their love, tested by fire, emerged stronger, an unbreakable bond forged in the face of adversity. Lily, against all odds, went into remission. The news washed over them like a tidal wave of relief, joy tinged with disbelief. Life, once a fragile thread, was suddenly imbued with hope and promise. They decided to seize the moment, to embrace the future with open arms. They married under a canopy of stars, their love story a beacon of hope. The arrival of their first child, a healthy baby girl they named Rose, filled their lives with immeasurable joy. He watched, his heart overflowing, as Lily cradled their daughter, her eyes shining with a love so profound it took his breath away. They were a family, bound by an unbreakable love, their happiness a testament to their resilience. Life, however, has a way of disrupting even the most meticulously crafted plans. The arrival of their second child, a boy named Leo, brought with it not only joy, but a seed of doubt that would slowly fester in his heart. Leo, unlike Rose, had almond-shaped eyes and a sweet, gentle disposition that seemed oddly familiar. He pushed the thought away, ashamed of his suspicions. Lily was the love of his life, their bond unbreakable. Yet, the doubt lingered, a persistent whisper in the back of his mind. He found himself scrutinizing her every move, searching for clues to either confirm or alleviate his fears. The more he observed, the more his suspicions grew. Lily, once an open book, became withdrawn, her laughter strained. She spent hours on the phone, her voice hushed, her conversations shrouded in secrecy. The once unbreakable trust they shared began to crack under the weight of his unspoken doubts. Section 4. The Unraveling. One evening, while Lily was asleep, he stumbled upon a hidden box tucked away in the attic. Inside, amongst old love letters and faded photographs, he found a collection of letters, their words like shards of glass piercing his heart. The letters were from another man, a man whose name was Ethan, and they spoke of a love so profound, so all-consuming, that it left him reeling. He confronted Lily, his voice shaking with a mixture of anger and betrayal. Tears streamed down her face as she confessed to a brief, ill-fated affair with Ethan, a man she had met during her cancer support group. The affair, she claimed, had ended long ago, but the guilt and shame had haunted her ever since. Overwhelmed by the revelation, he lashed out, his words laced with venom. He couldn't comprehend how the woman he loved, the mother of his children, could betray him in such a profound way. The pain of her infidelity cut deep, shattering the fragile peace they had built together. Section 5. A Shattered Reality. Days turned into weeks, each one a torturous reminder of Lily's betrayal. He was consumed by a maelstrom of emotions, anger, hurt, confusion. The weight of his pain became unbearable, driving him to the brink of despair. He withdrew from his family, the laughter of his children a painful reminder of what he had lost. One night, unable to bear the weight of his shattered reality any longer, he made a choice, a final act of desperation. He took his own life, leaving behind a note expressing his unbearable pain, his inability to forgive, to forget. His death sent shockwaves through their small community. Lily, consumed by guilt and remorse, was left to pick up the pieces of their shattered lives. She carried the weight of his death, the knowledge that her actions had led to such a tragic end, like a leaden cloak upon her shoulders. Section 6. A Whisper of Truth. News of the tragedy eventually reached Ethan. He arrived at the funeral, a solitary figure standing apart from the mourning crowd. Lily, her eyes red-rimmed and swollen, avoided his gaze. The weight of their shared secret hung heavy in the air. As the service ended, Ethan approached Rose and Leo, his eyes filled with a mixture of sadness and a strange sense of peace. He knelt before them, his gaze gentle as he spoke, his words barely a whisper. "Your father," he began, his voice thick with emotion, "loved you both very much. He was a good man, a kind man." He paused, his gaze lingering on Leo's face. "And Leo," he said softly, "you remind me so much of him." His words, spoken with such sincerity, hung in the air, leaving those gathered around them with a profound sense of unease. The truth, unspoken yet palpable, settled upon them like a shroud. Leo, with his almond-shaped eyes and gentle disposition, bore a striking resemblance to Ethan, a resemblance that had been overlooked, dismissed as mere coincidence.